Welcome to Menopause Strong with me, Kirsty. This is our 31-day journey to build strength, improve muscle tone, and to boost energy. And today is day number 25. We are now halfway through this 4th week together, so close to the end. So stay with me if you can. Today we're working on stretching and lengthening. So it's all about using your body and really feeling your way through the movements today. This is a body weight session. You don't need any weights for this session, but we are going to work through a full session together. If there are any exercises that feel particularly tricky for you, please do just adapt and change the exercise until you are at a level where you feel comfortable. If you're ready, let's get going. We're going to start today with some heel raises and arm floats at the same time. So you're going to be coming up onto one toe, bring the arms up and bring the arms down as you go over onto the other toe. So arms come up, arms come down, arms come up and down, and bringing the arms nice and close to the ears as you work through. Now remember, the name of this session is stretch and lengthen. So let's really work on getting the fingertips up to the ceiling, starting to stretch and lengthen through your midsection and breathing through. Well done. Good. Amazing, lovely work. We're going to work into a side stretch here. So stepping out to the side, stretching over, really lengthening out through the fingertips and down through the side of the body as you reach across and lengthen through your side. Coming back up and over onto the other side. Again, leaning over as much as you want to really find that stretch. Good. Push the fingertips forwards. Amazing. Back up to center. One more on each side, stretching over. Brilliant. And again. Lovely work. Okay, back into a standing position. From here, we're just going to work on releasing some of that tension from the neck. So try and get your ear to your shoulder and back into center and onto the other side. So as if you're trying to make your ear print down onto your shoulder, lengthening through the side of your neck as you come up. Now it's really important that you just stick to your range of movement here through the neck, especially if you are feeling that you are holding quite a bit of tension. Just breathe through, stretch out. Good. Well done. And our final little warm-up exercise here, we're going to do our favorite. We're going to do the squat sweep, so get your fingertips all the way up to the floor. Breathe it through, sweep around and feel every single piece of space that you are in. Try and fill that space with your fingertips, reaching out all the way through, up, round and down. The squat doesn't really matter on this one. Obviously you need to try and push your bottom back, get down into those heels, but the arms are what's doing a lot of the work here, sweeping around, working through the midsection, and take a rest. Okay, amazing. We're going to get started with the main part of the session. So for this first exercise, we're going to do a unilateral exercise. So we're going to work on one side first. No weight needed for this, but if you would like to use a light weight, then please feel free to do that. We're going to be bringing the leg out and the arms up at the same time, just working on one side. Ready? Let's go. So pushing up and out, up and out. And try and time it so the arms and the legs are working at a similar level. Good. So if your range of movement is here, then stick with your range of movement. okay? If you have a really, really good big range of movement, then try and keep it nice and tight with the arms working as well. Well done, take a little rest. And of course, as always, if you need to hold on to something while you're working, then you can work with one hand up and one leg whilst you're holding on to a wall, the back of the sofa, the back of the dining chair, whatever it is at the same time. Nice deep breath to prepare, and let's go. Good. So out and up, out and up. Well done. The difficulty here is trying to keep that leg coming down with quite a bit of control, and there may be one or two that you have a shallower range of movement on. That's okay. Just keep working. Stretching up with the fingers if you can. And just taking a pause in between each one. That's really important. Good job. Take a little rest. Okay, we're going to come back to that in just a second, but before we do, we're going to work with our feet nice and wide and the toes turned out, and we're really going to ease ourselves down into a nice squat, whatever level of squat you have, and from here we're going to come up onto one toe and then the other. Toe, toe. So you're just sitting into your sumo squat here. Good, so you're stretching out through the inner thighs, lengthening there. Sit down a little more if you can, focusing on not coming up. If you can, stay down. And if you need to come up, just to alleviate some of the pressure, you find it too hard to stay down for the amount of time, then that's fine. You can come up, take a breath, go back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up nice and slow. Work those feet in, and we're going to go back to the lateral leg lift with the shoulder press, okay? Again, if you want to use a weight for this one, then you can. If you need to hold on to something, then you can. You have options, you can change it. It's totally up to you. You have the control. You ready? Let's go. So up, up. So some of these are going to look a lot better than other ones. And just work through. Don't think, oh, that one wasn't really good. Just keep going. Work on the timing and the control. That's what's really important here. And if you do just need a fingertip touch, if it's just going to give you that confidence to work, to stretch that leg out just a little bit more, then just literally a fingertip touch, then that can give you all the confidence that you need. Take a rest to be able to stretch out, which is what the point of this session is today. So don't worry if you need to have a little bit of additional support, then that's absolutely fine. The point of the session today is to really strengthen and stretch and lengthen the muscles, okay? Ready to go on the other side. So if you need a little help to do that, a little bit of extra support, then take it, definitely. We're looking at range of motion or range of movement today. So to be able to do that, we have to just slightly stretch out. Good. Well done. Keep it going then. Less than 10 seconds here. Good. And take a rest. Brilliant work. Okay, we're going to go back into that sumo squat or plie squat, nice and wide as you can manage, with the toes facing out, which is going to really alleviate any pressure into the knees. And you're going to sink down nice and slow. Just a moment. Okay, and then we're going to pedal on those heels. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So sit down nice and slow. Should take you a good 2-3 seconds to get yourself down, and then come up and up. Well done. Good job. Really great. So again, lengthening, stretching through the inner thigh here, and also through the calves as you're coming up. Good. Pedaling away. If you need to come up and stand, then feel free to do that. 2, 1, take a rest. Okay, we're going to come and work into a reverse position here. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, so I'm going to show you all the different ways, all within this, so just do the level that's right for you. So we're going to start in our split squat position. So this is our split squat position that we're normally in, but I'm just going to bend the front knee and just bring the back leg out a little. Drop the heel and then come up to stand. Dropping the heel, bending the knee, coming up to stand. Okay, so this is the exercise here, coming up with the head, down with the hips. If you find this is a little too much, too complex perhaps, then you can do your split squat. So down, up, down, up. Okay, so you've got your bent knee here in the middle. But if you can, then you can stretch all the way out. Heel comes down, knee comes forwards, up, down, up. Good. Now, variations, as you know, take a rest. You can hold on to something if you need to. You can get a fixed eye point. You can hold something on the front, you can hold something on the side. Whatever it is, let's go again, just to make this work for you. Okay, so drop that back heel, bend that front knee, pushing up, down, and up. Good. So just stretching out through the back of that leg, but also through the front of this top leg here, this leading leg. Up and down. Good. This one gets quite tiring, quite quickly. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Okay, so just walk it out there. We're going to switch sides, so 2 on the other side now. So again, whatever's right for you. If you would just prefer to do a step back, come in, and a step back and come in, then you can. Okay, it doesn't have to be the static lunge if you don't want it to be. Okay, so here we go. Nice and wide. Down, up, down, up. Good. So trying to get that back heel onto the floor. And all the time dropping through the hips, up through the head, down, up. Good. Well done. Thinking about that strong core here. We've worked on that a lot in this plan. Take a short rest. We've worked on building that core really, really strongly from the inside out. So that's keeping you up right now. If you feel like you need any support to do that, that's absolutely fine. On these stretching sessions, sometimes we're in the movement for quite a long time. Let's go again. So you will need a little bit of additional support perhaps, just because you're in that position for a little longer and the balance can be a little bit of an issue. And also we just feel differently on different days. Some days you may be on your most balanced game and some days not so much. There's so many different environmental factors that might affect that. You may be tired. You may have had a day of rubbish nutrition the day before. You may be dehydrated. You may have just had a really bad day and your head is just full. That's okay. It's fine, it's life. We just start again tomorrow and do the best you can. Take a rest, well done. Brilliant. We're gonna work from the edge of our workspace now and we're gonna work out into an inchworm or a hand walkout. So, take a nice deep breath in, feet firmly pushed into the floor, chin comes down to chest, rolling forwards, and we're gonna walk out into your high plank or bridge position. Drop to the knees if you need to, coming back up. Stand, and again, down we go. Good. Well done. So just breathe yourself down, walk out. Good. If you can only do 1 or 2 of these, that's absolutely fine. If you need to use your raised surface, then please do. Finish the one you're on, come to a standing position. We're gonna go again, and with our next round, we're gonna finish down onto the mat, okay? Or onto your surface, whichever one you're working on. So just a couple of deep breaths here, really thinking about those muscles that are working, and let's go. So remember when we did the day number 21, when we really thought about every single part of your body, when we did that full body scan, that helps us to really strengthen the neuromuscular connection, just to be mindful in your movements. Good. So you know where your feet are, you know where your hands are, you know which muscles are moving and which ones aren't. So coming into your last one now and finishing up onto the floor, drop the knees, put the toes together, and we're going to come back into a child's pose. Walk the fingertips forwards. Now you can take a rest here if you want to, or you can just go straight into it. Breathing through, and with every exhale, just dropping down a little more, reaching the fingertips forwards, bringing the arms down and feeling that stretch. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Coming back up into an all-fours position. Just resting here just for a moment. Feeling that breath coming in and pushing out. Well done. Three, 2, 1. Let's go back into that child's pose. Stretching out through the shoulders. Walk those fingertips forwards. And if you feel that you can, bring your hands out to the side here. Walk the fingers forward. And you'll feel that stretch along the lengthened side. Back into the middle. And over to the other side. Feeling that stretch. Good. Back into the center. 2, 1. Take a rest. Well done. Okay, from here we're going to go for a kneeling side bend. So you're going to come into a kneeling position, bring one leg out to the side, toes are up, and we're going to really stretch down this inner thigh here, bringing the arm over as you're bringing your toes up. So you bring the toes up even more for a longer, fuller stretch. If you don't want that stretch too much, if it's too intense, then don't worry about the toes so much. Stretching out through the shoulder, over the shoulder as well, through the side. And I've got my hand here, but I'm not pushing down. So I'm not pushing down into this leg here. I'm just holding over onto the side. And now I'm just going to increase that stretch a little more. Just going to try and get those fingers a little bit closer to my toes. 2, 1, slowly coming up, back into a kneeling position, and then we're going to go over onto the other side. So as soon as you feel that stretch start to sort of loosen off and that feeling of being tight and stretchy, that loosen off, then just go for a little more of a push just to really open up that stretch a little bit more. Let's go to the other side, onto the heel, toes come up, over, breathing through. And when you feel that stretch start to loosen off, push over a little more, bring the toes up just a fraction. I mean, it's really very marginal. Just keep stretching till you feel that stretch again. Pause, hold into that stretch, and then go again once that stretch has started to ebb away. 3, 2, 1, coming back up into your kneeling position and then into an all-fours position. So from here we're going to do a straight leg donkey kick, and then we're going to bring the knee in for a bent knee donkey kick. So straight into bent. Okay, you ready? Let's get going. So straight, bent. Now, remember, for the straight one, we're just pushing that foot up. And then for the bent, you're trying to get your footprint onto the ceiling. Push, 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 push. With the straight leg, let's stretch that leg out as far behind you as you can. With that bent knee, let's get that footprint all the way up onto the ceiling. Good. Well done. Push it through and finish the one you're on. Take a rest. Come up off the hands if you need to, or if you want to. And remember, you have your reverse prayer stretch. There are a load of different exercises that you can do to stretch out the wrists and to help to strengthen them. I have a video with that, all of those exercises. Let's go again. If I remember to link it in, I will link it in. If not, please do ask and I will put it into the comments. But just some really useful stretches that you can do to help with those wrists. Strengthen and stretch. Foot flat onto the ceiling. Good. We've got one more of these on each side. And of course, you have your variation if you need it. Good, take a rest, well done. So one more on each side. If you need to come up off the wrists, then do. If you don't need to, you can stay down, or you can do another child's pose, or whatever it is that you want to do just to stretch out. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep these movements really mindful. So not rushing through. We're coming to the end of our 31 days together soon. So we really are at the business end here. But it doesn't have to stop. I have got literally hundreds of workouts on the channel. And if you have done all of them, then first of all, thanks for being a super fan. But I do have members workouts, and I do 2 additional live sessions per week as well. Take a rest. So if you are a member of the channel, on the higher tier, the members of the Fitness VIP tier, then you can get those live sessions on demand if you can't make it to the actual live session. But if you can make it to the live session, then you can have a little look in the live tab. You'll see when I've got some upcoming. Here we go. So yeah, 2 a week. Plus additional content that drops weekly. Keep it going. Well done. Good. Just keep breathing through, pushing that leg, watch the neck positioning, and finish the one you're on. Take a rest. Well done. Okay, from here we're going to come onto your back. We're going to start our cool down with a dead bug. So this is one of those exercises that is tricky for coordination, but hopefully you've got it by now. Hopefully you've done enough of these workouts with me to have mastered the dead bug. If not, keep working on it. It's fine. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Knees are bent. We're going to draw out the opposite arm and leg, coming back in and draw out the opposite arm and leg. Pushing that back into the floor, really taking your time. And if you need to work with a bent knee, then please do. Good. Just be super respectful of your body. With every single movement, you are putting your body under load, under strain, okay? And your body will adapt to meet that, but it doesn't do it immediately. We need to give our bodies rest, time to recover. And this kind of session is really good for that because you're still moving your body, you're still flooding those muscles and tendons and ligaments with oxygen. Take a little rest, which is great for healing and helping your body make those adaptations. I'm just going to come up into a kneeling position here, but you can do this from standing or sitting, and we're just going to stretch out through the upper back, pull the head down. By now you'll know that I love this stretch. I find it so effective, but just shaking hands with yourself, not interlacing the fingers. Good. And through the chest, bringing the arms up behind, not jutting the head out, just stretching through the chest. Nice positive breaths. Thinking about how much you have done, how far you have come. And let's finish with some neck rolls. So chin comes over to shoulder, just rolling around. Nice to just feel that tension drifting away. And when you are finished, take your rest. That is another day done. Oh my goodness, 25 days of work are under your belt and you have done so, so well. Tomorrow's day number 26, so we are really close to the end of this 4th week here. So stay with me if you can, no matter if you are doing these sessions every single day or whether you are doing them over a longer time period. I am grateful for your support. I'm thankful for you to working your body, and I'm sure your body is thankful for you as well. Thank you so much for joining me for the session. Please don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Please do like the session and make sure you have subscribed to the channel. That's really, really super important. It helps other people to find me. And if you would like to support the channel more directly, then you can become a member. There are different levels of support and different perks associated with those levels. You can find out more in the session description. Just click the little link and it will give you all the information you need. If you have questions, you can write it in the comments or you can send me an email, hello@strengthandbloom.com, and I will be there to read that for you and pick it up and answer as soon as I can. Tomorrow is day number 26. I cannot wait to see you then. Take care. Bye.